Welcome to the Defense and Aerospace Report. I'm Vago Muradian in Orlando, Florida at the Air Force Association's annual Air Warfare Symposium. The topic this year is Command and Control and Fusion Warfare, and we are honored to have with us General Rob Rand, who is the commander of Global Strike Command, the steward of the Air Force's nuclear assets, based at sunny Barksdale Air Force Base. Sir, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome, Vago. Good to see you again.
Great to see you, sir. Obviously, the service has had some challenges. One of your jobs is, working on the cultural aspects of it, the procedural aspects of it, the modernization, the thinking, the strategy that goes in an increasingly nuclear age. You could argue. Are you confident that some of the processes, procedures, and the work that the command has been doing for these years, and you've been focusing on, are paying dividends? That some of these ugly incidents we've seen, whether it's been cheating or anything else, are things that are totally in the past?
I'm very confident. It's an exciting time to be in the command, and we've come a long way in the last 3 or 4 years. So, short answer is yes. I'm very confident.
Let me take you to the question of the Triad, and why. There are some folks now in this debate who are saying, well, we don't need the land-based ICBMs or the free-fall weapons or something that's not necessary for us. Some question even an investment in a nuclear cruise missile, for example. From your standpoint, why are the land-based ICBMs and those free-fall nuclear weapons important as part of the Triad?
Right. I think it's important because the Triad, is the land base, is one of the things that we are the most responsive. We're the one leg of the Triad that's 24/7 alert right now, so it's great responsiveness for the president, and also the dispersal feature of the ICBM, so that leg's very, very important.
Let me ask you about modernization. As you're looking into the future, there looks like there's going to be investment. The president has talked about the importance of nuclear weapons and changing this. Not that the Obama administration wasn't. They started the process, but there was some procedures in place not to develop new weapons, rather just upgrade existing weapons, for example. What are some of the ideas and capabilities that would be useful, especially in a world where the Russians in particular are talking very casually about using tactical nukes, for example?
Well, I think just the idea of modernization is important because things, age out. And deterrence is based on the fundamental belief that no one will try to test us or attack us for the consequences. And they have to believe there would be consequences. To deter, you have to have reliable systems, and they have to be survivable. And our systems are at the point now they're becoming increasingly difficult to ensure their reliability and their survivability. And so we're doing that, but it's time to upgrade, particularly the ICBM, the land-based leg, and we have to make some modernization efforts in our air-based leg. And those efforts are underway, and we're going to proceed with that.
Do you know what the new cruise missile should look like?
No, we don't. Right now there's a request for proposal for and I'm assuming you're talking about the LRSO that will replace our air-launched cruise missile. It's out request for proposal right now, and there's industry partners, and they'll come back with their solutions, and then we'll go into a source selection and a downgrade and a contract award.
Let me ask you one last question. I know your time is short. On nuclear thinking. Once nuclear thinking was inculcated across the force, from the tactical fighter wings all the way to the bomber force, obviously, and senior political leaders would regularly exercise on a nuclear level. Do we need to get some of this cultural thinking so that, God forbid, the worst case scenario has?
Sure we do, and we're doing that. I think the Chief of Staff, General Goldfein's been very supportive. We're already increasing some awareness in some of the courses that we're teaching, not just to people in Air Force Global Strike, but across the Air Force. So the answer is yes, we do need to get some of that back, and we are. So,
Sir, thanks so much for spending time with us.
Thank you. Good to see
Cheers.
you.